Alright, this is the first kind of console or electronic repair video I'm doing. I have a PlayStation 2 here. I'm going to hook it up to power. And so you can see, no light, no power. I think the power supply is blown, unfortunately. Set that to the side. But here I have a donor PlayStation 2. Set that offside from the disk drive. And the donor, don't know what else is wrong with it. Might have a bad optical drive or something, but powered on, it gets power. It boots just fine. You know. So what I'm going to be doing here, turn that off so I don't electrocute myself here and die. But what I'm going to be doing today is cracking this open, seeing what's wrong with the power supply. If there's anything visually obvious, like a fuse, I'll just swap the fuse from here to the not working unit. And if it's not a fuse, I'll just take the entire power supply out of here and put it in here. So first things first would be to crack the dead unit open. My large assortment of tools here. I know this isn't the most ideal recording setup here, but you know, it's whatever. It's what I got. It's what I can afford to do in this point in my life right now. And if I do more recordings in the future, I'll definitely invest in a better tripod so you don't have this in the way here. I've taken these apart in the past to fix them, and there's a screw here, 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 and I believe there were a few in the back. Maybe not, maybe there were somewhere else, but I do remember there being some sneaky screws in this unit. Take the expansion bay cover off. Oh my. Okay, those screws are not in place. Feeling the sticker here, see if there's anything hidden. Doesn't seem to be. Yeah, get to work. Using a small flathead to crack it open. Set my tools up here, hopefully out of frame, and yeah. I think these are adhesive, these flatter ones here, which I don't know anybody in their right mind who would think that's a great idea. I don't know why they're all not just these rubber, you know, pop out feet that are in the primary, I guess, four corners of the unit. As time goes on, things become less repairable, which is no fun at all. Being careful to try and preserve these feet without, you know, doing anything crazy here. Okay. No, these are, they're not rubber, but they're not adhesive. So these ones just pop out. Maybe I got it confused with another console. Or maybe in later revisions they made it the little adhesive tape things. I really don't know. Just being real gentle with the screwdriver here. You don't want to scratch up that plastic. I know it's obviously scuffed here, but there's no reason to make it worse, you know. Looks like it takes 8 Phillips head screws. Let's see here, see if this one fits. Yep. That one fits no problem. Ooh, that one is in there. Super tight. Wow. Yep. Same story for this top middle. Set these ones off to the side here. Same threading, okay. So these corners here are the same threading as the center here. Same length too. Hate it when I crack something open and there's like, you know, 20 million different sized screws. It just makes this whole process a hassle. And then you gotta label everything. These older systems aren't too bad to work on. Now the screws are out. Oh, there is the warranty seal sticker right here, and these stickers actually hold no legal bearing in court because they are not necessarily illegal, but there's many laws in place that state a sticker can't determine the warranty on your own device. Actually, the manufacturer, if you have the money to sue Sony, good luck with that, but the manufacturer has to prove that whatever warranty you may have technically voided was actually by your own fault and not by their fault. Good luck going to court with that, suing Sony. And anyways, this device is well out of warranty anyway. It's been like, what, 20 years, almost 20 years or something since this thing came out. So there's no, don't be scared to crack open your devices. Looks like I'm hinged on something. I think I see what I gotta do here. Pull it out, push it forward. Yep. And there's a ribbon wire in there. Usually is in these consoles, and that seems to be going to the power reset button. If there's any way I can remove that from its housing in here. That'll be the fun part. Okay. Very gently. Alright, I got that out. Just gonna set this to the side. Won't be needing that until later. This is the power supply. Over here. Trying to find the best way to get this out of here. Just 2 screws holding it in, the heatsink in, looks like. A third hidden screw. I don't know if that's visible, but there's a third hidden screw between the fan and this bracket here that is both holding down the fan, the bracket, maybe, no, not the power supply. So 3 screws here. Take these out. Had a ton of caffeine today, so that's why I'm like having Parkinson's. Pro tip, if you're going to work on electronics, do not consume caffeine beforehand. Luckily for us today, we're not doing anything too precise. Take this bracket out, if it will let us. Looks like the fan has to come out first. Just going to leave it like that. There's not a lot of tension on the fan here, so. The controller and memory card port is also holding down the heat sink here for the power supply. Now this power supply is totally different than the power supply in the donor unit. That seems to be a later revision. Pull it up here so you can see. See the difference there? This one's more old school through-hole components, and this one seems to be using more SMB components. Or I'm totally wrong, and there's more beneath this heatsink here than meets the eye. Definitely a possibility. Not too sure how this comes out of here. There we go. Oh, many ribbon wires. Many. That is not fun. Might be better to do it this way. I don't even know if this is connected to anything. Just kind of popped out. I'll try something here. There's a ribbon wire harness beneath the disk drive I'm trying to plug this into. It just kind of fell out when I popped the sticker off. Like, there's no way this was seated. Very finicky. Okay, there's the disk drive out. It was the second one right here that fell out of. Okay. Set that right there. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try to plug it in. See if the LEDs weren't turning on because the ribbon wire here fell out of place. Maybe that's what happened. Nope, that was not it. Still no lights. That's alright. We'll get there. This is a very durable ribbon wire here. Just gonna set it down so I can show the camera. I'm popping this lip here out. Or maybe up. Looks like it's going to go up. Just pry it up a little bit, and then that releases the lock that's holding it together. I don't see anything wrong yet. Yet is the key word. I can't unplug this fan yet because the harness is sandwiched out and under and through the board here. Awful lot of dust. Looks like there's a little bit of corrosion on some of these traces. Nothing too bad, but usually that means something leaked. Yeah, definitely some corrosion on that screw. Most of the leak, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, appears to be in this area of the board here, this general area. This is the old power supply. And yeah, it looks like I was right. This fuse here. Oh no, that's a black dot on the fuse. I thought maybe that was a burn mark. False alarm. Let's take the fuse out and inspect it. Fuse is intact. Did not get lucky today. Lucky with an easy fix. The VRMs on these metal plates here don't seem to be damaged in any way, at least not that I can see. Alright. We might have found the issue. trace it out from power. Oops, I got my probes here all twisted and tangled up. That's always fun. Alright, so I'm gonna find the power input, which would be here, where this sits, the switch plugged in here, other side of the board. Maybe I got it. Traces to there. not getting anything between this side of the trace to this side of the trace, so that's making me think, what does that say? 0812 here is faulty. The solder joint looks kind of nasty too. Just gonna try the fuse. Yep. Yep. And I'm gonna try the switch, power switch. Can't fit a probe in there, so gonna do a little shortcut here. Other way. And put the board on its side here. Make sure the switch is on. It's probably the first thing I should have checked. Switch works fine. Might be that fella up there. Oops. That looks like it. Oop. These aren't even remotely the same size, so it doesn't look like I do a drag and drop kind of replacement here. Seems like I can't. Need to go get my soldering tools. So as it turns out, I lied a little bit. I'm just going to try to reflow it, see if that fixes the issue. Turn this thing on the right setting here. Yep. Should probably reflow the entire board while I'm at it. Yeah. I'm going to take the fuse out before I blast this thing with heat so the glass does not explode. Still heating up here. Some of these joints are really crusty. Oh, by the way, I'm using this is MG Chemicals No Clean Flux Paste. Do not ever use Chip Quick. I don't know why people obsess over Chip Quick. It says it's no clean, but it is certainly not no clean. It leaves this horrible residue on the board that even isopropyl alcohol struggles to remove. It's really a terrible product. I do not recommend Chip Quick to anybody for any reason. And for some reason, it's scented like maple syrup. I don't know why you would add some kind of scent to your flux. It's an impurity that the board truly does not need. No, I should be using a brush, but I lost my brush, so this will suffice. Alright, cutting the power on the heat gun here. And I'm going to let this thing cool off before I power it on again. So I'm going to, oh snap, trapped in my desk here. I'm going to pause the video for now, come back to it. Okay, I'm back. The board is, well, should be sufficiently cool by now. And I reflowed it. The joints are looking better. It's a little gunky right now. That's just the flux remaining on the board, which I will clean off after fixing. And what I'm going to do now is just test for voltage. And unfortunately, I don't have a benchtop power supply because those are horrendously expensive. I'm going to reassemble the fuse back in its harness now that it's cooled off. I have the power cable plugged into the wall. I'm going to reassemble the switch, make sure it's off first. Switch is in its spot. Plug it in. Turn it on. And now I'm going to get my multimeter and make sure, see if I have any voltage on the power harness there. It's probably what I should have done from the beginning as like a Hail Mary, but you know. Okay, it's on. Multimeter here, hopefully it's in frame. Very low voltage on the first pin. voltage on the second, voltage on the third, voltage on the fourth. So I'm getting some voltage. Let me see if I can. It's on auto. I don't want it to be on auto. Let's see here. Well, I had 12 volt. Pins 1 and 4 are really what you want to test. Getting very low voltage on pin 1 here. Pin 4. Pin 4 had the proper voltage. It had 12. Just gonna disconnect it from power and plug it into the main board here. Got all these parts laying around. Plug it into the main board, see if we get any power here. And is still being a nuisance. Gotta get my bearings straight here. Hook the power switch or indicator lights back up. Right there. Okay, that's seated. Hold this and kind of hope for the best now. A little janky, but that's all right. Trying to get everything in frame of the camera here, which is pretty difficult with my current setup. Lock that in, switch it on. Still no light. Disconnect it. That was in there. All right, take this back out. Still something wrong with power, which is always fun. At this point, I'm not too sure what it is. I found the Sony service manual, the official service manual for the PlayStation 2, this exact revision, and it provided a block diagram of basically everything except the power supply. Just doing a visual here. The joints look better. At this point in time, I think there might be a surface mounted fuse causing problems. Not too sure. Not too sure. So what I'm going to do here, I don't know that this will work, but I'm just kind of seeing if I can do a swap from the working power supply into the non-working board, and I might have to do some internal case modifications to get that rolling. Little rivet here preventing it from being removed. Wiggling my way out of that rivet. Being careful not to hit anything. Okay, that's out. This one, board's a lot smaller. Don't know if it's newer or older, actually. It's kind of hard to tell. I would imagine newer. Looks more intricate. More streamlined, I guess. Set the donor unit out of the way. Yeah, it looks like that's not going to work at all. Too many things conflicting here, and then on top of that you'd have components touching. Oh, never mind, there's a shim right there. But it does not fit. Unless maybe no, that wouldn't work either. Well, back to plan A.